What's going on, guys? So in today's video we are going to be talking about the GAMESIR X4 backbone. This is my first review of a backbone here on the channel. Let me know in the comments below if you want to see more backbones for cell phones on the channel. I have no idea. My first video. This probably will bomb, maybe not. I don't know. Anyways, GAMESIR sent this out for review, of course, but they're not seeing it before you guys and gals. They didn't pay me because they wouldn't give me no money. And as well, I'm going to let you guys know if this controller backbone, whatever it's called, is worth buying or not. There's a slew of features on it. There's a hefty price tag on it. And well, is it worth it? Let's talk about it right now. All right, so we're gonna start with the unboxing itself. As you can see here is the box. Here's the back of the box as well. Here's the side of the box. All right, so unboxing and pulling it out. It is wrapped in plastic, as you can see here. And the little box here has got a metallic red on it. That's nice. There's a charging cable you get with it, USB-C to Type A. Nothing special there. You also get a quality control pick, a little sticker. Want to stick that somewhere, stick it good. Quick start guide right here. It does come with a month free of Game Pass. I've actually already given that away. This is your instruction manual, little quick start guide instruction manual. Now let's pull the case out itself. You can see X4, whatever the word is, AILERON, whatever. Anyways, let's unzip it and see what's inside. So right off rip, you do get the controller itself. You get extra thumbsticks, caps. They're just kind of thrown in there, as you can see here. Not held in place very well. Could have been scratching off the side and stuff there, but they weren't, which is good. The case itself's okay. You got a nice holder there that's just going to kind of hold your controller in place while it's sitting in the package and delivering and all that good stuff, so you don't have to worry about it flying around and getting damaged and stuff. You get a few different size thumbsticks in here themselves, as you can see. You also going to get an extra D-pad. This D-pad is, well, looks like Resident Evil D-pad to me. Umbrella Corporation. Let me know in the comments below if you agree. This is the controller itself, as you can see right here. Now it is magnetized together. They just kind of clip together like so, and you can just kind of carry and throw them in a bag or something like that, which makes it really nice. With that being said, moving on. Let's talk about the cosmetics of the controller for a second here. So when it comes to cosmetics of the controller, it looks pretty good. I have to say, this is what the black version looks like. You kind of got your traditional XYBA buttons when it comes to the colors for the Xbox and stuff like that. You kind of see, and the back of it, you do have that rubber that's coming around the gripple, the stipple. I like to call it gripple. That is kind of like premium feeling, almost like the Elite Series. Let's hope it holds up longer than those Elite Series controllers do, because it seems like those always, I see comments of those always going and peeling really quick. Let's hope these actually hold up. You do have their X and their GAMESIR logo on the back right there as well, but overall it looks fine. You got the green here, you know. Does it go with it? No, not really, but you know, they had to put green somewhere on it for Xbox, so you know, that's probably what they did there. You got the Bluetooth button here that is got that blue for Bluetooth on it as well, so that's pretty good. So overall I feel like it's cosmetically it looks okay. Let's look at it on the phone real quick. This is what it looks like on the phone itself. Now when it comes to cosmetics as well, you can see that there is some RGB on it as well, which looks good, and you can actually control these RGBs. All right, so you can hold the M button and then toggle through the colors and stuff like that on here if you want to. You can rotate it to kind of get other things going on, turn them off even if you want to. All kind of different things you can do from it. Plus there's a lot more you can probably do from the app that we're going to check out here in a few minutes, but just wanted to throw that out there as well when it comes to cosmetics, because well, it is on here and I do think they look pretty good at the end of the day. All right, so when it comes to ergonomics of this controller itself, I'll be honest, I don't really play with backbones very often, just because I haven't really had any sent out to me. I just never really bought any. I had actually, GameSir sent me another one out of their older version, the X2 or whatever it is, that felt really plastically, like Toys R Us plastic. I will say that off the rip, this definitely has a better plastic feel to it, which, you know, I think that one was like $40 and this is 100, so it better have a better plastic feel, but it does feel really good. I will say ergonomically, you know, I feel like it feels pretty good in the hands. As you can see here, I have different, you know, it feels pretty good. I feel like the thumbstick here might be a little low for what I like to game with, and that's probably the reason why they made it to where you can actually take this off if you want to and use just the left one to game with and stuff, and that way you can have a little bit better control if you want to use to aim and stuff like that, or if you can use it or you like using it, you're able to do that as well, or if you want to come down here and play like this. So ergonomically speaking, it's like weird feeling, but it's not bad if I'm playing like this using this. Playing Call of Duty, I can do it with this. I was able to play Call of Duty on this, and it was okay. It took some getting used to, especially playing like this and then trying to hit the back buttons at the same time. It just felt a little off, but you know, these are backbones. These ain't supposed to be Xbox or controllers like so. You know, keep that in mind if you're looking at buying a backbone for the first time. It's going to be a little bit of you getting used to. But if you're watching this, you probably already bought backbones in the past, and you probably know exactly how they feel, and you can probably look at this and tell if it looks comfortable enough for you. If you know you've played with backbones before, go ahead and comment below. Let me know if this seems like a good one in your personal opinion by just looking at it, or is there more comfortable ones out there? All right, let's talk about the D-pad on here for a second. D-pad is on a rocker underneath it, like an 8-way rocker, and it feels really good. It's got that, to be honest with you, I wasn't even gonna do this, but it does make kind of remind me of the Fly Diggity D-pad on their controllers that I absolutely love. So you know I absolutely love this one, and it does come off, so you can take it off like so, and then put another one on here that comes in the kit, the cross one that is kind of like a mix between a cross and a dome, but it's not really a dome because the dome sits lower than the cross, but you kind of see what I mean there. I opted out literally for the Resident Evil one. You know what I mean? I should just go ahead and paint some of those red to make it like Resident Evil, but it is a magnet slash flip in, so you just kind of got to find where it sits at and then push it in like that, and then push it in, you're good to go. But it feels good. The roll-offs are great on it, and we'll show it to you here in a little bit when we do the gamepad tester on the cell phone, by the way, because you can use gamepad tester on your cell phone, test out controllers and stuff. Literally learned that a few minutes ago. All right, so when it comes to the XYBA on the controller themselves, they feel pretty good. You can see they're kind of close together, but you know this is a backbone for a cell phone. So again, something I have to get used to make, you know, try to get that out of my head that these are supposed to be spread apart a little bit more. But they are tactile, and they have a very short throw time on them. Let me see if I can get a good angle for you guys and gals here. The actuation is almost instantaneously when you press down on these. They do say they have a 5 million click rating on them, so you know. Another cool thing about these are, though, if you would rather have like an Xbox or a Nintendo Switch on your controllers itself, these actually come out and you can swap them around. So if you wanted to swap them around for the A and B and A like that, so you can do that. Simple as that. Just pop them out with your finger right here, and they're magnetized and they go in super easy. But anybody that watches my videos know like the Xbox style, so let's put it the way it's supposed to be, or the way I like it anyways. But it is still cool. At the end of the day, they're just super easy to pop out, and they go in really, really easy. I had no issue with it. It don't feel like they're gonna fall out by beating on the controller like that or anything, so you're good to go there. All right, so when it comes to the accessory buttons on here, you do have, let's take this part, you can look at it like so. So you do have the buttons up here as you would for your Xbox button. You do have your Xbox button down here. Bluetooth, you have your capture, so you can game capture in Xbox Game Pass or something like that if you want to. You have the M button. This is going to be to set the back buttons up and all that good stuff. They feel okay. They're not tactile or anything. They feel good to touch. They are small, and that M button is nice and far in there, so you don't have to worry about if you're going to accidentally, see if I can get a good shot for you guys and gals. The M button is set down in there, so you don't have to worry about accidentally hitting it when you're game playing and stuff. You'll know because you'll be able to tell the difference because the capture button is setting higher than the M button. So it's nice that they had thought about that when they built this controller and put that on there actually. So in the same way with the Bluetooth button over here, that's actually sitting down in there where you actually got to press down in it, and where the Xbox button is sticking straight up. So you can use this controller, of course, with the Xbox Game Pass and stuff like this. I was also able to use this controller in Call of Duty Warzone Mobile itself. Played some of that for a little while. You know, pretty much thought I was going to dominate, didn't really dominate. So, you know, typical you playing Call of Duty. But in any case, it worked fine, and I got some good gameplay. So you're going to be seeing a bunch of that. You've already been seeing a bunch of that on the screen itself. So just keep that in mind. All right, let's talk about joysticks on the controller for a second. So the joysticks with the controller are Hall effects, of course. I'm going to pull this out just so we can show you the other. You do get extra sticks here as well. You get smaller joystick ones, kind of like if you wanted to play like the Nintendo Switch style. And then you get the bigger ones, kind of like Xbox style themselves. These all Hall effect sensors as well in there, if I didn't mention that before. They do have friction rings on here themselves. They have the actual friction rings plus metal on there, so you are getting a pretty good smooth action going around in circles with the controller and stuff like that. So that feels pretty good at the end of the day. Let's see if Control Freaks fit this. I was curious about this earlier. I haven't tested this part yet, and I just tested. Okay, cool. So with these joysticks that I have on here, you can totally use games, or you can totally use Control Freaks on it, and you would just use the Xbox, well, which makes sense, right? This is an Xbox One here. So those fit on there perfectly. I'm not even going to use the other ones. If you want some Control Freaks that will fit this, I'll link those below in the pinned comment and also the description, as well as this controller, the backbone itself. So if you want to support the channel there, make sure you go through those links in case you want to create free content like this for you guys each and every week. Moving on. All right, so you can get the GAMESIR Nexus app on your phone right here, the GAMESIR itself, and you can control this from this. It tells you all kind of data on it. Now, if you scan the QR code on the packet itself, I couldn't get it to come up. It kept sending me to a weird page. It kept saying it wasn't there and whatever. So I just went into Google Play Store and typed in GAMESIR, and it came up, and all you would do is come up here, connect it like so with your Bluetooth and all that, and you should be good to go. I haven't really tested this yet, messed with it, so we're going to actually look at it together right now. So looks like we can come over here and do a gamepad test, which is pretty cool. We're going to use the gamepad tester itself. This just kind of tells you what we got going on here for button wise and everything being set up and stuff. Go to trigger settings themselves. Now we want to set the triggers. Now this is, you know, if you've seen any of my reviews and stuff, you know we can set these up to be actuated a lot faster, which is what we're doing right now. There you go. So now when I press in the trigger just so slightly, I get full 100% pull, and that's what we want. You can come over here and left quick trigger and right quick trigger, probably the same thing honestly, and you can even see it turns red when you do that. So if you want to do that, you can do that as well, as you can see right there. But just wanted to throw that out there. Let's go to joystick settings. So dead zones on the controller itself are at 100. We're going to set these to 0. There's no reason to set these to 5% because they're all fixed sensors in them, right? So we want to make sure they're actually 0% so that when we go to test it, we get a actual test on the joysticks themselves. All right, so we're going to back out of that. We got that set up. You can come here and it looks like you can, this is pretty cool. It tells you what games are able to play with this, it looks like. I didn't know that. So as in here, software mapping, you know, you could just literally come in the app and then go through here to, after you mess with the controller stuff, to start up a game and everything. And you can see PUBG is evidently playable as well, which would be pretty nice. I'll test that out. If that works, you'll see some gameplay of that throughout the video as well, if that is working. You can also come in here, looks like, and mess with your settings as well for your lighting. So you can come in here and then you can legitimately change the settings to turn the brightness up. Now, knowing when you turn the brightness up on these, you are going to get lower batteries. So if you want to bring them all the way down to, you know, control your battery level, you can. It's up to you. And if you want to turn the speed up, all that good stuff, you can see there. I actually like that, so we'll keep that out for the duration of the video. Sleep mode. So you can set up when this goes to sleep if it's not being actuated. You know, it's on 10 minutes. I think that's pretty good. If it's, you know, just keep it like that or change it and play with it if you want to. So here's your button layout. You can go between Switch and Xbox from right here. You can see I've already mapped the keys out on the back. Since we're talking about back buttons, let's go ahead and do that real quick. The back buttons on here, you do have 2 on each side. And what I love about these, let me turn this back on, is you can hold the M button and the back button, and what'll happen is it will start flashing like that. Then you hit whatever button you want to associate with it, and then you'll be good to go. It'll be on there. Now, on some Joy-Cons for Nintendo Switch and stuff, it seems like for some reason they want to allow you to set these buttons up on the left, or on the left back button. But here, GAMESIR definitely hooked us up because we can do that, which is super nice to see. Now, if we can get that on the Nintendo Switch side, on some of these companies out there, if GAMESIR can do it, there should be no reason why, you know, all these other companies out there can't do. The Nexi is who I'm talking to right now. Nexi, for some reason, they can't set up Joy-Cons like that. And well, GAMESIR could. So good job, GAMESIR. So the back buttons they do have a little bit of gripple on them, as you can see right there, a little stipple, just a little something back there for you to press on. They're not tactile or anything like that. They just they press in. They don't sound bad. They feel good when I'm pressing them. I know when I'm actuating them, so they're pretty good there as well. And other than that, I mean, pretty much everything else is already set up and everything. Let's go to gamepad tester on the online itself and see what we get for stick drift. So this does recognize it as an Xbox controller, as you see here. It is in vertical mode. There's no way to make it go, and oh, there is. I lied. So get this off the screen first. So as you can see here, here is your buttons. We'll press them. You can see how they're working. And if I barely press the triggers, they are going all the way up, which is nice to see. So that's pretty cool to see there as well. Now we come down here to our axes. You can kind of see what we got going on there for stick drift. They're not, to be 100%, they're not centered like Hall Effect sticks typically are from GAMESIR anyways. GAMESIR has always been 0002 out of the box. As you can see here, they're not. I don't believe you'll notice this in game if I'm being 100% honest with you, but you know, they are, you know, very sensitive to the touch too, and that is because we brought the dead zone down to 0. But in any case, when we're not touching these sticks, there should be 0002, and they're not. So that is a little bit of a knock on GAMESIR. Again, I don't think you'll notice it's out of the box stick drift. I'll test it, and if I see anything weird with that, I'll post it here for you guys and gals to see right now. This is your D-pad itself. As you can see here, it works good. I like it. It actuates good. The roll-offs are pretty good on it. I don't feel like when I'm, you know, when I want to actuate 2, I can easily actuate 2, and when I want to keep playing just normal, I can. So that's pretty nice to see. I think we got everything we need from here. Let's move on. Let me know in the comments below, do you think this is worth $100? Because I'm gonna let you guys let me know if it's worth $100 or not. And I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace and love.